Hello all, nice to talk to you again. Today we will revise what all we have done and what all I have put for all these days. No? So the first chapter was the introduction. I introduced myself to you all. Then definition, challenges and references, which the definition of cosmetics. From there, the challenges in developing a formulation, cosmetic formulation, cosmeceutical formulation, the evolution of cosmetics, cosmeceuticals from cosmetics, and some of the reference books for cosmetics and the reference, especially the guidelines. No, also I was informing in the part 2. Part 3, skin structure and functions. Skin structure and functions was discussed. And part 4, common problems associated with skin. In this, we discussed mainly on the skin dryness, skin moisturization, acne, body odor and prickly heat. Mainly these aspects were discussed. And skin moisturization, part 5, skin moisturization was discussed in detail. What are the why there is a dry skin and how we can address dry skin. This was discussed. And in part 6, we were discussing about sunlight and skin, right? Sunlight and part 6, I am having the paper, I am just sunlight and skin, right? Where we said what is UVA, what is UVB rays of the sun, and what is its wavelength, and how to protect the skin from sun, what are the toxic effects of the sun UV light. Those things were discussed in that. Then skin pigmentation. So basically melanin and melanization, how melanin is synthesized and distributed, what are the ways to control melanin, this was discussed. Then skin aging, what are the intrinsic and extrinsic aspect of skin aging, and what are the theories of skin aging, and what are the methods by which we can address skin aging. This was also discussed in part 8. Part 9, the general structure of hair and hair growth cycle. This was discussed. And part 10, teeth and gums. The common problem associated with the oral cavity, this has been discussed. And then what are the problems that can be associated through personal care products. This was specifically discussed in this teeth and gums chapter. Okay, these are all the things we have discussed. These are more the biological aspects. Now, the next step is we will go to the ingredients generally used in cosmetics, how they are classified, and the chemistry and application of those ingredients will be the next step. And further, how we can use those ingredients in formulating various cosmetic formulations. And some of the formulations like emulsions, suspensions and all, we will discuss basic theoretical aspects of those things, so that it will give you much more knowledge to play on those emulsions, right? Creams and lotions. That will be the further progress on this. And I trust at the end of every chapter, from chapter 2, from part 2, I was discussing for 2 to 3 minutes my life lessons. Some of you have seen, commented, some of you most probably have not gone through the entire presentations, go through the presentations in a sequence, and people who have not gone into the first part 1, kindly go to part 1. I have introduced myself in that part 1 and also the objective of the program. Thank you for patiently listening to the various sections, and I trust this is useful to you, and I need your opinion and ways to improve. I am making this session more informal. I am not putting a formal, more informal, as if I am talking to you and you are all in front of me sitting around the table and we are discussing. That is the way I am putting all the lessons to you, and thank you. And only when you discuss with me, I will learn from you all, and I need your feedback. Subscribe, tell all your students, if some of the teachers are accessing it, if some of the chemists in the industries are accessing it, kindly let your colleagues know, and if you are in the university, kindly let other universities know, so that this might be of some help for the students to revise their lessons in this area of science. Before concluding, please go through a book, Cosmetic Formulation of Skincare Products, edited by Zoe Diana Derolias and Lauren A. Taman. This book I have given in the reference, okay, and everybody should, from this book, should go into the chapter Skin Needs, okay, about a 30-page chapter on skin needs, right? Everybody should go to into that chapter Skin Needs. I am not explaining those chapters fully, because it will be more the people, when you are the student of this cosmetic science, then you will appreciate. Otherwise, it's very clearly given in that book. You can get into that book, Cosmetic Formulation of Skincare Products by Zoe Diana Dryolas and Lauren A. Taman. Okay, this book, just go to that book and see Skin Needs. Okay, where they have discussed each and every face, then body, the neck, the eyebrows, then the feet, scalp, in everything. What is the anatomy and physiology? What are the problems associated with those areas, and why we need specific products for those areas? Okay, you have to go to the chapter Skin Needs in this book, right? Thank you for listening to me patiently. Kindly give me your feedback. Thank you, and all the best.